Hello and welcome back to the YouTube channel Learning English with Vijay, or welcome to the channel those who are here for the first time. So friends, earlier we have discussed past simple tense or past indefinite tense, and then we have discussed about past continuous tense or past progressive tense, and after that we have discussed about past perfect tense, and today we will be discussing about past perfect tense. So in this video guys, you will learn how to use past perfect continuous tense in your daily conversation, in your writing. So let me tell about past perfect continuous means. What is past perfect continuous? Let's suppose any event that happened in the past, it was continued in the past and it finished in the past, so that type of event comes under past perfect continuous tense. You may ask me this question that it is also like similar to the past continuous tense, but it is not like that, because past continuous is another thing, because I was going, he was coming, when you are going, I was sitting at my home, so there is no time duration. But when you use this past perfect continuous tense, we need to have the specific time criteria past, that I was studying for 2 hours, I had been studying for 2 hours. So it comes under the past perfect continuous tense. So let's get started without wasting any time. So here you can see that this structure is here, right? We have the first, we need to take the subject, so everywhere we have to take the subject at the beginning of the sentence, and then we have to add had been. After that we will use base form of the verb. Let's suppose if the verb is go, then we will use there go plus ing, going. If the verb is do, then do plus ing, doing. And after that, so object will come. Okay, and there are two actually time expression. It is most often used here. The for, when we use for in the sentence past perfect continuous tense, it means it indicates to a time, means 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 month, okay, 4 hours, etc. And when we use since, it means that you are going to at the point of the time when the event happened, the point, it means at 8 a.m. or you don't need to at 8 a.m. 9 a.m. you have to go to the point at the time when the work started going. Okay, so we have the example here, you can see. Sorry, this is question. Pankaj this is our first example. Pankaj had been playing cricket. For, you use there for and since. If you use Pankaj had been playing cricket for 2 hours, 3 hours, etc. But if we want to use since, Pankaj had been playing cricket since, if we want to use since, then we have to mention the time, since 8 a.m., since 9 a.m., since 10 a.m. Whether what you want, you can mention it here. So we need to remember the basic structure of the tense: subject, then had been, then verb plus ing, and after that object. So I am again repeating the same thing here, that past continuous perfect continuous means an event that happened in the past and it was continuing for a certain period, and after that the event finished in the past. So we use, and for time we use time. Okay, we mention time here, specifically time, whether we should mention the point of time or we have to mention the duration of the time. So we have earlier known from this example that Pankaj had been playing cricket for 2 hours, or since 8 a.m., since 4 p.m. You may as you need. Okay, so it doesn't matter. For 5 hours. Then let's move to the second example. Geeta had been singing since 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., etc. So we just take 8 a.m. Geeta had been singing. It means once Geeta was singing in the past and she had been singing since 9 a.m. She was singing from 9 a.m. So we need to use, according to the grammar structure, we need to use Geeta had been singing since 8 a.m. It is the point of time when Geeta was started singing. Let's move on to the third example. I had been living in India before I moved to Bangladesh. I had been living in India, it means I was living in India. And there are two past tense you may use. I lived in India and I moved to Bangladesh. So before I moved to Bangladesh, I was living in India. So if we maintain the proper grammar structure, past perfect continuous, we need to use like this. I had been living in India before I moved to Bangladesh. So here is no since or no for is here. We don't need to use any for or since here. So we can also make any sentence without using since or for in the past perfect continuous tense. Let's go to the number 4 example. We had been playing cricket. We were playing cricket when before in a past period, in a past time we were playing cricket and we stopped because rain has been started. So according to this tense, we need to form this sentence like this. We had been playing cricket before it started to rain. So we were playing cricket before rain starts. Okay. So this is the explanation of past perfect continuous tense. And now let's move to the negative question. How we can we make the negative question using this this structure? So only simply you have to use there. You have to add not at the middle of the had been. You need to had not been. The first example, Pankaj had been playing cricket for 5 hours. Pankaj was playing cricket for 5 hours, but so Pankaj had not been playing cricket for 5 hours. So simply just add not between had and been. Geeta had been singing since 8 a.m. Geeta had not been singing since 8 a.m. I had been living in India before I moved to Bangladesh. I had not been living in India. We had been playing cricket before it started to rain. We had not been here. So it's so simple. So guys, as I told you in my earlier lessons, that if you know how to format a positive sentence in any tense, in any grammar structure, it is very easy to make any negative sentence. You just have to simply add not with the helping verb. So it makes the negative sentence. Now let's move to the interrogative sentence. How can we make interrogative sentence using the past perfect continuous tense? So as I told it earlier for so many times, now we are removing this not. We don't need it anymore here. So Pankaj had been. So we need to bring the had at the beginning of the sentence. Had Pankaj. Okay, let me write it clearly here, because otherwise it will be problematic for you all. So had Pankaj. So the helping verb had at the beginning of the sentence, and then we bring the subject here. Had Pankaj been playing cricket for 5 years? Yes, he had been playing cricket for 5 hours. Or you may answer no, he didn't, or he had not been playing cricket. So had Pankaj been playing cricket for 5 years? If you yes, then you have to write yes, Pankaj had been playing cricket for 5 hours. So the positive sentence automatically comes. And if we answer it no, Pankaj had not been playing cricket for 5 hours. Alternatively, we can use there, we can bring the WH questions here. Since when? This is, remember guys, when we use when in the past perfect continuous tense, we need to bring since before the WH question. Since when had Pankaj been playing cricket? So we need to remove the answer, because its answer for 5 hours. Since when? So you may answer that he had been playing cricket since 8 a.m., since 9 a.m. Alternatively, we can make this is a question. Geeta had been singing. So since when Geeta? You can also ask, or you may ask, where had Geeta been singing since 8 a.m. Where? The place. We want the name of the place. Earlier we have used when, but in this case, in this tense, if we want to use when, we need to bring since at the beginning of the WB of the question mark. And now we are using different WH question. W is what? That is where. Where had you, actually it is not where, friends, this is where. Where had Geeta been singing since 8 a.m.? It may be your answer. Is singing in India, in Bangladesh, in so many. You have to mention the place where she had been singing. And now let's move to the third. I had been living in India before I moved to Bangladesh. So where had I been living? Where? If you where had, and you have to bring I. Where had I been living in India before I moved to Bangladesh? Now we have this last one. We had been playing cricket before it started to rain. So when, you may ask, when, since when had we, then we have to bring the subject here. We've been playing cricket before it started to cricket. It doesn't, when we are making any question, since when had we been playing cricket? So you may answer 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. So similarly, so guys, I think you hope you understand this tense actually a pattern, this structure. So how to make positive sentence using past perfect continuous tense, negative and its interrogative sentence. So this is so easy, guys. You just keep remember that when we use, keep remembering just when you use for, we need to mention the duration of the time, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 1 week, 2 days, 3 days. And when we use since, we need to use, we need to go to the point of the time. It may be 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. So what you actually like, you could mention it here. So hope you will like my lessons. So if anybody actually, if you people, those who are new here, they didn't subscribe my channel, please subscribe so that you can get more videos like this. So for this, actually, see you guys, see you later again. Bye bye.